This is TWiT.
Tech Break is brought to you by ACI Learning. Your business is unique, so your IT, audit, and cybersecurity solutions should be too. ACI Learning customizes training bundles tailored for your business. ACI Learning, transforming the way companies train to fuel the modern workforce. Visit acilearning.com and let ACI power up your IT team.
So now I'm going to do something really unexpected, and I'm going to compliment Zoom. And maybe that shouldn't be so unexpected, because honestly, if the pandemic taught us anything, it's that when you have to have these online meetings, as we do, there are good solutions and there are bad solutions. And,
Right.
you know, Zoom, I give them some credit. Like their stuff has always worked really, really well.
They stepped up during the
Yeah,
pandemic.
yeah. But the reason I'm complimenting them is because they just announced layoffs, and they are laying off 15% of their workforce. It's about 1,300 people.
That's big.
Yep. And
Percentage-wise,
the way
it's
they're
huge.
handling,
Yeah, I think that might be the
but
largest.
the way they're handling it, to me, really stands out compared to the way other companies have handled this kind of thing. I felt, you know, people always throw out these like phrases like I'm humbled by, you know, blah 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 or whatever. This is the saddest thing you have to do.
It's
I feel
really
like
hard
Zoom,
if you've ever had to do it. It's
I know, no,
it's
of
the
course,
hardest
of
thing in
course.
the world to do. But
Yep.
nobody
No,
did it
no, I know.
worse than the PagerDuty CEO, who, after her big firing all these people,
Yeah.
talked about how well the company was doing, and then quoted Martin Luther King.
Oh boy. Well,
That was
you
pretty,
should read.
pretty
You
bad.
should read the announcement that Zoom CEO Eric Yuan
Yeah, I
wrote.
read it.
I think
It was
it's
impressive.
incredible.
I agree. And he took a
It's really good.
98% pay cut.
That's right. And he did. That's the thing. He's like, I am accountable for the mistakes. And by the way, the mistakes were that thing I've been talking about. This is the other thing I loved about this. He goes, you know what? We overhired.
Yeah.
Like, we should have known better.
Very honest.
Yep. I thought this was incredible. So he said, I'm accountable for these mistakes. I want to show my accountability, not just in words, like all of my other CEO buddies around big tech. He didn't say that. That was me. But to that end, he's reducing his salary, like you said, by 98% and forgoing his corporate bonus. Members of his executive leadership team will also reduce their salaries by 20% and will also forfeit their bonuses. Imagine you're at Microsoft and you just got laid off, and then you look at all the billions they're pouring into open AI. And I'm not saying Microsoft shouldn't be doing any of these things. I'm just saying it's got to kind of leave you with a sour feeling watching all the money they're spending as they're getting rid of you because they don't have the money for you. Whereas you look at something like Zoom and you're like, okay, I just feel like this is a nice, responsible, well, it's not nice, but it's a responsible way to handle something terrible. More so than maybe we've seen from some of the other.
We talked last week about how IBM did wage cuts at the senior level, but in the process of, or not IBM, Intel, but in the process of avoiding layoffs. It's like, we don't want to lose anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's taking a 5% pay cut.
Right. Yeah.
Go up high in the senior stack, it's a bigger cut. And now they're talking about bonuses as well.
Yeah, actually, I thought that was good too.
Yeah. I mean, I think Google set the record when you're cutting people off via email. That's grim.
Yeah, it's not good.
I know enough folks that got laid off at Microsoft where it's like, hey, you're still being paid for the next 2 months. You have access to the gal.
Right.
Go find yourself a job inside the company because there are some other jobs, or you go elsewhere. So they've got some time. Yeah. And
by the way, the folks at Zoom are going to get paid for 6 more months.
Yeah, see, to me, that's better than even the pay cut on the CEO. What are you going to do for the people you're laying off? Are you going to really take care of them?
Especially when it's no fault of their own, right? I mean, that's the big thing you got from the Zoom guy was, these are great people. We screwed up. They're losing their jobs not because of anything they've done.
Because of what we did. Exactly. I thought that was just, thank you. Finally, someone stepped up and just exactly right. Took responsibility. And, everyone's sad we have to lay off people. We get that. And I mean, in other words, Sundar Pichai or, whoever. We talked about Satya Nadella flying to Davos on a private jet, right before the layoffs.
And paying for a Bono concert.
Seriously,
or whatever.
That's just gotta bother people. It's gotta.
It's hard. Taste.
Anyway, I just wanted to point that I don't, I guess, care about Zoom one way or the other, but I thought this hit the right tone exactly. I thought this was really well done.
Yeah. We care about Zoom. I mean, we're all in on Zoom now, and they've been really a great partner. And
no, I mean, it's not part of my like focus. I don't, Zoom,
we
whatever.
make you use Zoom every week. I'm sorry.
I know it's like it's force fed down my throat, Leo. I don't know.
We used to use
now I have
Skype.
to use a different version of Zoom.
Gotta say, we used to use Skype, but
yeah, we did.
Could have been Teams.
Yep.
Zoom treated
Which I
us
like
better.
because Skype was originally written in Delphi, and I think we can all agree if everything was written in Delphi, this world would be a better place.
Better place. Niklas Wirth never had problems with streams or concurrency.
Sure.